What's up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? I'm plugging my computer. There we go. Yes, sir. Welcome in, my people. Decided to hop on live for a little bit. I'm gonna be going live every Friday and Monday. Every Friday and Monday. So I'm not just randomly just going on and skipping weeks and you know what I mean. I'm gonna go live every Monday and Friday. Keep y'all updated. Grow the community, keep up with the momentum, keep up with the growth, you know what I mean? Just to do the damn thing. So, what's up? I pulled a card today. I wrote some little affirmation cards. And the one I pulled today was you're not stuck, you are stubborn. And man, that's a word for today. Straight up. You're not stuck, you're stubborn. I felt that because, like, if you watch my latest video, it goes completely with the topic of what I was saying. Um, and that's to say, like, no matter what life throws at you, the circumstances, situations, you know what I'm saying, people you don't may like or don't like, whatever you're going through, you don't have to feel stuck. You don't have to be in that mindset of feeling like you're not where you need to be at. You can adopt the mindset of, every step you take is a step towards your goals, the reality that you want to live, your dream life. You feel me? Like, you're just stubborn. You keep going back to that mindset and that state of mind of where you don't want to be. So you're not stuck. You're just stubborn. And that's real, man. That's real. Keep that energy of the best version of yourself, your highest, best self. You know what I mean? Keep that energy in mind. Jesus loves you. I appreciate that. Jesus loves you too. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Hold on, let me make a poll. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate your hands. I appreciate the likes too. I appreciate y'all coming and interact with me and chill. But the topic is, um, we're not stuck. You're not stuck. You're stubborn, and that's simply like speaking from my experience. You know what I mean? Like, letting life situations and everything else that seems in the 3D like keep me in a place of feeling stuck and where I don't want to be, instead of focusing on the steps that I have taken and my accomplishments and where I'm actually going, I'm focused on, the shit that I don't want. And I know it's so easy for us to be in that state of mind, you know what I mean? Because life, the 3D reality of what seems to be. Like the wars going on, the stresses of the bills and how you gonna eat tomorrow and going to work, something that you probably 9 times out of 10 don't even want to do. Like, it's so easy to get caught up in that nonsense, that bullshit, and feel like you're stuck. But at the same time, it's like you're low-key stubborn because you're focused on and continuing on perpetuating that same energy of where you don't want to be. I'm speaking to myself too. You know, you gotta understand like our peace has to be a non-negotiable. You know, because our energy is precious. Our energy is everything. Energy is everything. Energy is everything within us, all around us. It's what creates worlds. You know what I mean? So, how are you choosing to spend your energy? You know, that current within you, that currency. You know what I mean? That energy. How are you choosing to spend your energy? What? What's your question? I just know it's gonna be stupid. What's your question? Colleen Sams, what's going on? Hayden, what's going on? Colleen, Jesus loves you too. What's going on, everybody? Um, but yeah, energy is everything. So, like I said, how are you choosing to use your energy? What is that? Yes, I'm happy. I'm very happy. Are you happy? Are you gay? Oh man, why? Does is what I eat gonna make you shit? I really don't understand why people love to ask that. Are you straight? Are you hetero? You know, what does it matter? Anywho, I just don't understand that. Why does that matter? Why does that matter? But yeah, man, our time, our energy, our peace is sacred. So protect your life, protect your energy, protect like the trajectory of your life, where you want to go. You know, your dreams, your building your future, your reality. You know, because we don't have to continue to live in that reality that we don't like, that has been that we have been perpetuating for so long, for years and years and generations. You know, some people come from struggle, and we continue to perpetuate that struggle. Some people come from abusive relationships, and they continue to perpetuate those abusive relationships. You know what I mean? We don't have to continue in that energy. Our energy can be changed by the thoughts that we decide to believe in, and how we feel about those thoughts and the actions that we take. You know, that trifecta, the thoughts, the feelings, and the actions creates that reality. So instead of being so stuck on what we don't want, we can be focused on the things that we do want, and the things that are going right in our life, and the things that we can be grateful for. You know what I mean? We have so many things to be grateful for right now. It's just a matter of realizing it and changing our focus, you know, instead of focusing on the lack thereof of what we don't have. You know, the gratitude that when we choose to focus on gratitude and, you know, being thankful for shit, it changes our aura, our energy. And the more we find things to be grateful for, the more we have things to be grateful for. You know what I mean? The more we attract things in our life to be grateful for. You know, and the more that we complain, the more that we focus on the lack, the more that we find the lack in our life. You know what I mean? It's 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 like life is a mirror. You know, life is a mirror, and it reflects everything that we feel. It reflects everything that we do. So why not do it on purpose? You know, what's going on, Gloria? Yeah, Gloria, what's going on? What's up? What's up? So we can start living for, or start living from intentions and intention and attention, and stop looking for people's approval, people's applause, you know what I mean, and the accolades. Give our own selves the accolades, give our own selves that attention, and focus, and having our attention focused on things to be grateful for, and you know uh just where we want to be headed, straight up, where we want our life to be headed. Let's go. Thank y'all for the subscribes, for the subs. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the subs. I appreciate it. Much love to y'all, whoever subscribed. I'm gonna check it out later, see who subscribed. I appreciate y'all. But it's like I've been adopting the belief and the knowing that I'm the author of my life. Like I hold the pen, you know. I'm not just the spectator of my life anymore. I hold the pen. I'm the author of my life, and I can rewrite my life. You know what I mean? I'm not the audience of my life anymore. I'm not just living my life all willy nilly and waking up and going to bed and wishing and hoping on a dream, you know what I mean? Hoping that it's different. No, we can rewrite our lives right now. We hold the pen. We could take the pen back from whoever has been writing it and telling us what we can and can't do for so long. Take that pen back and become the author of your life, you know? And stop being victim to the circumstances that you see in front of you, you know? And we can start becoming the victors of our life, instead of being a victim and feeling like life just happens to us, and why does this keep happening to me. Too many people let life pass them by, waiting for an approval or a sign, and waiting to feel ready. And by doing this, you give the pen away. By waiting and waiting and waiting for approval, and you give the pen away, because you do or you don't do based off of what somebody else says you can, or what somebody else says, when somebody else applauds for you. You know, you're waiting on somebody else, but give yourself that permission. Remind yourself of where you're going, and you're creating and building that dream life for you, your family, or whatever it is that's on your heart to do. Take that pen back. You know, we're not here to watch the world shape our story, but we're here to write it. So write your own story, rewrite it. Even if you don't like the past doesn't even exist anymore. So why are you focused on the past? Be present in this moment, because that's the only thing that exists. Is this moment right here. This moment right here is all that exists. This moment right here is all that exists. I appreciate y'all for subscribing. I really do. Like, let's grow, let's grow, let's go, let's go. Straight up. That's what's up. Subscribe, like, share. If you haven't already, check out the previous video that I just posted a few days ago. It's a great one. It's real motivational, inspirational. You know, I'm actually in the midst of creating a series on the chains that keep us stuck, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually. I'm writing a series, or making a series, which I already went live on the series. So I'm creating actual episodes for the series to dive deeper into the topics. Um, so stay tuned for that because it's gonna be great. I should be posting the first video on Monday or Tuesday, so stay tuned for that. But if you haven't already, like I said, check out the video I just posted a few days ago. It's inspirational, motivational, and yeah, I say the real chill. Probably get some gems from it too. So yeah, man, don't be like these people out here, on the streets begging and hoping and wishing, you know what I'm saying, struggling and you know, rich the money, an abundance of money, lots of money isn't for everybody. Not everybody wants that, but everybody does have a dream. Everybody does have a dream. You know what I mean? And I know their dream 9 times out of 10 is not to be working for a 9 to 5 somewhere that you don't want to be. So whatever your dream is, it's on your heart for a reason. So go after it, step by step. You are getting closer step by step. Every step that you take towards your dream life, your dream reality, your desires, you are getting closer, you know. So I suggest you start appreciating it instead of looking at the lack thereof, because the more that you look at the lack, the more that you're going to see the lack. And the more that you appreciate it, the more you will find and attract things more in your life to appreciate, you know. Have that abundant mindset, you know. Be delusional. The Lulu is the Salulu till it's Cholulu. You feel me? Straight up. Be delusional in your life, in your world. I'm not saying go out there and be crazy, but in your own mind, in your mind's eye, be delusional and know that it's working out for you. You know, see it as if it's done. You know, I'm telling you, every step that you take towards your desired reality, you are a success. Success doesn't mean getting to the end and that's just that. Nah, man, you got to get ready for the marathon. You know what I mean? The journey is what it's about. Once it's over, then it's just over. Then you're looking for something else. So enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey, man. That's a word for me too. Take care of your health, physically, mentally, spiritually. I'm telling you, your life will change. Take care of your health, physically, spiritually, and mentally, and your life will change. Instead of being focused on, you know, what you don't have. Focus on what you do have. You have the breath inside of you to change your life right now. You have the limbs. You're able to talk. You're able to hear. You're able to see the beautiful world around you. You're able to see your loved ones. You know, I appreciate you, Terry. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button for me and subscribe as well. So, another good one is to detach. Detach from the outcome and just live your life as if it's done. You know, detach from how you want things to go, because there's millions of ways for you to accomplish your dreams or the goal or whatever you have for yourself in mind. You know what I mean? There's millions of ways, and your way is not the only way. So detach and just take those steps towards the best version of you. Take those steps towards um, architecting that dream life for yourself, and be thankful that it's going the way that it should, and everything is working out in your best favor. You know, even when it seems like it's not, there's always something to find. Well, there's always something to learn from. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as failure. It's only failure if you declare it as failure. But if you see that it didn't work out as you wanted it to, then there's something to learn from it. You know, Just because it didn't work then doesn't mean that it's not going to work in the future. So change the steps around, change what you could find out what you can change, and keep going. It's never done. It's rarely done, should I say, in the first try, or the second try, or the fifth try. You know what I mean? You got to keep going. Don't give up. Don't give up. The more you keep going, the more you become untouchable. The more you become unfuckwittable. You know what I mean? The more the more growth you have within yourself, and the more love you'll find within yourself. Man, you'll find the right relationships and the right community. You know what I mean? Keep going, and get that mental health, wealth, and spirituality down. You know what I mean? Stop stop with the alternating thoughts, the alternating things, substances that keep you really stuck. You know what I mean? Like the alcohol and the drugs. That shit keeps you stuck for real. Speaking from experience, you know what I mean? When you let that shit go, you really let uncloud your mind and have clarity. And you see like what you can change. You see, you know, how you, the more and more you'll see how you can accomplish your dreams. You'll start to move towards success every day, you know? So detach and realize that you're not the emotions behind what's happening. It's not about becoming emotionless, but it's you know, it's about being able to stop reacting and being able to control and respond to situations. That's when you become unfuckwittable. When you're able to respond to situations instead of reacting as if you're your old self and your egoic self, you know what I mean, out of anger, you start to respond in love and understanding and compassion. You understand that however the situation goes or what somebody did to you is not fucking personal at all. Everybody's going through their own thing, you know what I mean? And how somebody perceives reality is their perception of reality. Your perception of reality is different. We're all different aspects of this oneness, this hologram, you know what I mean? So how somebody perceives their reality and sees their self, you see them differently and they see you differently. You know what I mean? So don't take it personal. How somebody feels about you is not any of your business. Not any of your business at all. What they think about you don't make you shit. You know what I mean? Straight up. So I say that to say, find fulfillment in everything. Not just being all right, but be present where you are. Let go of, you know, trying to have everything perfect and like, because life is gonna happen even when you get to that goal that you want. Life is gonna happen. Unfortunate situations is gonna happen, always. So the time is now to realize that and to become stronger so you can handle more. Straight up, you'll be able to handle more once you let that perfection go and detach. Detach, detach, detach. So that's all I wanted to say. I want to get back to doing my videos and whatnot, and I will holler at y'all later. Be looking for be on the lookout for my next video, and if you haven't already, like I said, check out the latest video because it's good, it's inspirational, motivational, so eye-opening, and I'm sure you will find some key takeaways from it. Check out the latest video, y'all, and I will holler at y'all later. Much love to y'all wherever you at. Make sure you're having a great day, great night. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody fuck it up for you. Like I said, you have the energy. Everything is energy. So keep that good energy within you. You know, detach from having the perfect outcome with everything. Understand you're not perfect. Give yourself compassion and love with whatever you do, whether it's a mistake or, you know, something, whatever. Give yourself love. Give the people love around you. You know, respect your material things that you have, your possessions. Respect that, because how else are you going to get more if you don't respect what you have already? You know, you got to be a good steward over what everything that you have right now to allow more into your life. So I'll catch y'all later, beautiful people. Much love to y'all, and blessings, peace and blessings. So hope y'all have a lot of happiness, peace, and love within your life today and tomorrow and the next day and forevermore. Peace.